Hello and welcome, and today we're going to talk about manifestation, but in a bit more of a pragmatic kind of way, and how it relates to things like feelings of insecurity and spiritual awakening. That's such a loaded term, so I'm going to try to define my terms. At least for me, when I use the term spiritual awakening, I'm using the more, the Buddhist kind of way of describing it, of like stream entry and stuff like that, where you're just not identified with thoughts anymore. That's the simple version of it. But I'm more interested in talking about manifestation in this video. So I'm just gonna get straight to the point. But yeah, the whole thing of using your thoughts and being kind of hyper focused on them to achieve a certain goal or something. And on some level, I get how useful that can be, but I can also see how destructive that kind of thinking can be. This isn't to knock on the law of attraction or law of, I can't say the word properly, law of attraction or anything like that. It's more of a, if this doesn't work out for you, don't feel bad. It almost reminds me that someone once told me that a good therapist doesn't promise that they can help you with your problems, like directly. Like if you had problems with relationships or something, they can't promise they'll fix it, but they can promise that they'll help you get better habits or just see what's troubling you. But they can't make a direct promise of, hey, I'm going to fix this for you. Best they can do is help you and just break things down and see, hey, where are the little parts that we can change and alter so things are where you want them to be. And I think one of the dangerous things about this manifestation stuff is there seems to be like this promise that you're guaranteed to get what you want. And the thing about life is there are no guarantees. You don't know what you're gonna get. But using your thoughts is a very powerful tool because a lot of people are kind of in their heads a lot. And it's a great tool if you have a goal. Because when you think about something, it almost feels real in a way. If you can't notice that this is a thought, you're gonna believe it to be real. And if you have a thought and it's fixated on something, the body is going to respond to that because the mind and the body are connected. So if you want something, you can definitely fixate on an idea and your body will follow. In the same way, if you think about food, you might get hungry. I can't guarantee you'll be hungry, but it's likely if I don't know, ask you to think about your favorite food or pizza or something. Maybe you'll get hungry, maybe not. I don't know. I can't guarantee a thing. But yeah, when you hyperfixate on something, you're more likely to go after that thing. Like if you wanted riches, or just to get a better job. If that's on your mind all the time, your body's gonna respond, and throughout the day, you're gonna focus on all the small little things on how can I get a better job or better money. Same to do with attracting a partner. If that's on your mind all the time, you're gonna behave and act in ways that are focused on getting a partner. But I'm kind of here to offer a different solution. I'm hesitant to say solution, but a different way to look at this thing. Because when this thing was super popular back when The Secret came out and all that, I never read it. I still haven't read it, but I've encountered enough people to get, a good idea of what they're trying to talk about. But I did meet a few people that talked about it in a way that, at least for me, made a lot of sense. And coincidentally, I think it's very close in relationship to like spiritual awakening and things like that. And it wasn't a tool to get what you want, it was more of a guide to really get you to sit down and focus on your insecurities, where you didn't try to manifest something, but you sat down and really considered if you had to manifest something, what is that thing you're trying to manifest? What are you trying to get away from? Like, for example, if you wanted a relationship and you want to manifest it, this way you would focus not on the relationship, but the feelings and insecurities, the loneliness, anything like that, like what are, what would this relationship get you to avoid feeling? Same thing with money or a job. What does security or finances, what do you not get to experience right now? And really, that's what I'm just here to share a bit. Like, because I've definitely met people who are really into this stuff and it didn't work out and kind of, in a way, ruined their life a little. And I'm just here to offer that, you know, if you do want to get into this really weird manifestation stuff, but use it in a way that makes you more comfortable in your own skin, or if you were just never into this stuff, but you wanted to use it in a different way, I definitely recommend just sitting down with, can I just focus on one thing I want? And then just sit with it and really just ask yourself, if I get this thing, is there something I get to avoid feeling? We can probably do that now with like relationships. Like if I get the perfect partner, is there a feeling I'm avoiding, like loneliness? And instead of focusing on manifesting a relationship, you can just slow down and just slowly get the feel of what it's like to feel lonely, because there's nothing wrong with being lonely. It's a normal experience for everyone, humans and animals. And if you get comfortable, God, my words are just not coming out properly today. If you can be comfortable with being lonely, well, you're more likely to be in a relationship that actually fits you instead of being in one because you're lonely and you're just gonna hop from someone that's convenient instead of someone that aligns with your values and, someone you actually get along with. So I'm going to advocate for manifestation in a way that it gets you to sit down with uncomfortable feelings so when they arise, you don't avoid them. That doesn't mean you can't go after what you want. I'm all for that too. But wouldn't it be so much nicer to go after your goals if you didn't feel like if you didn't get them, there's something wrong with you or that something's gone wrong? Because I still want things. I still have certain goals, but if I don't get them, it's no problem. I can just do my best, and if it doesn't work out, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't need a pity party or anything. I just go, oh, it didn't work out. All right. It also makes you a bit more adventurous because you're not afraid of losing anything. Manifesting things, but avoiding your feelings, you're just gonna exacerbate your insecurities, and it's hard to be calm when it feels like you need this thing. But if you can go after what you want without that feeling of need and that stickiness, it'll feel a lot nicer and a lot easier, and you're more likely to take risks. You're not afraid to lose, and you can just be pretty okay no matter what happens. So, you know, just take some time and really sit with your desires and just ask yourself, what are you avoiding? And are you even willing to maybe sit with these things? Because you don't have to. You don't have to even go in all at once. It can just be little by little until you're just like, okay, I'm okay being alone. I don't mind feeling lonely. And you won't make inauthentic decisions because you're lonely. You're not gonna be with someone because you're like, oh, I gotta not feel this anymore. You can say no because you feel like, this doesn't feel right. And I don't mind feeling lonely, so you can tell this person no. And maybe someday you can give an authentic yes instead of an inauthentic one. Because all this is just trying to point back to being genuine and honest. Because that spiritual awakening stuff of the false self, it's just that idea of what you think you should do or should be, all these shoulds. And we're just getting you back into what actually matters to you. Because I don't know what matters to you. Only you do. And you get in touch with that by sitting with your feelings. Because an authentic yes has a certain feeling to it in your actual body. You know, when you can really just breathe in and know what it feels like, what a yes feels like. It's not the yes where you sat and thought about it and it's like, these are the reasons why I should say yes. It's more of it has a feeling to it. It's like, yes, but it comes from your body. You didn't reason for it. You didn't argue for it. It's just yes because it's important to you. And if you can get through the layers of insecurity, you can really find out what is all the things that I actually want. What are the things that are actually worth your time and effort and attention? And manifest. Should I call it manifestation? I don't know. Well, maybe manifestation is a stepping block to just asking the question of what am I avoiding? What is it the thing I want? And what does it get me to avoid? And when you're no longer insecure, maybe try manifesting then. That way you can go after the things you want. But if it doesn't work out, you don't feel bad afterwards. And yet, if you don't care about the stuff, honestly, I'm in the same boat. And if it hasn't worked out for you, it doesn't mean something's gone wrong or that there's something wrong with you. Because if you were someone that was deeply into manifestation and stuff, if anything, I'd like to hope that this is sort of an invitation to just rest. Because sometimes you can just find solace in knowing that, you know, I don't really need to desire anything other than what I desire already. I don't need more or less of anything than what's already here. And that feels great. All right. I think I've rambled enough, so thanks for listening. I don't know if this one helps because I definitely stuttered a lot more than usual and went on many tangents, but thanks for listening. Bye.